Previously on All My Children.
I would love more than anything else in the world to have a baby with you. But I'm really scared.
I keep drawing you into my problems.
I care about you, Jillian, no matter who you're in love with.
Jerry Reeves shows up flashing photos of her injured face, and you expect me to believe that you're an innocent bystander?
Whoa, what's the rush? It sounds like you're trying to get this over with.
No, it's just like it seems that we could be wrapping things up.
But I thought we made a good team.
We do. It's just, I mean, we have all the interviews we need.
So what's the problem? Are you bored? Do you want to get out?
No. Scott, I love doing this video.
So why are you so panicked to get it over with?
Dixie? Where are you?
Oh, I wished I was in the land of cotton.
Dixie? Dixie? Can you hear me? What have you done with Dixie?
You show me some respect, boy.
Where is she?
Don't this here place gotta remind you of that park where I dumped your sorry crybaby self? Stop, you sassing me. I want my wife. I need her. You gonna cry now? Not still a sissy.
You've done something with Dixie, I know it.
She's gone, boy. I got her now.
Honey, Ted? Hey, it's okay.
I was just trying to make certain those pictures didn't go public, and I warned you there was exposure for Erica there. And did you listen to me? Of course not. Instead, you blame me.
You sound so sincere, Vanessa. You must be lying.
Well, let's face it, it was hardly the fiasco for your poor precious Erica. You managed to grab the photos, save them from doing any damage. Erica made some sweet speech to all her adoring little fans. Everything turned out real peachy, didn't it? Fine. Erica lands on her feet as per usual, and end of story.
No, it's not. You've hurt Erica for the very last time. And now you're going to make things right.
I mean, the theaters, the formal gardens, the museums.
But you really didn't think I'd let you slip by unnoticed, did you?
You seem busy.
Never too busy for you. I missed you at breakfast this morning.
That's because I slept over.
You did? Where?
In my bed, of course.
Oh, you mean you overslept.
But I still made it to work on time.
Oh, good. Where are you off to?
Oh, no, it's just dropping off some files for Dr. Clater. He's such a nice man. And I really like it that parents can bring their babies to work, like you did with Colby the other day.
Yeah. No, I was just telling her yesterday. I was talking about whipping up on Adrian playing racquetball, and she smiled and gave me the thumbs up.
Really?
Well, I like to think she was proud of her old man, but I think she was just trying to get her thumb in her mouth.
She's so lucky to have a daddy who loves her so much.
As for you, I mean, you're like the poster child for the wonders of beauty sleep. Not a shut-eye did you some good.
Well, actually, I hardly shut an eye all night. After you left on your date, Ryan showed up. And for the first time in a really long while, we talked. We really talked.
Scott, I don't want to rush you, but I don't want to be slowing things down.
Do you hear me complaining?
No, it's just that, I mean, sometimes I get so caught up in the interviews and I didn't want to be taking too much time.
What?
Well, it's just that, I mean, I don't want to be the reason why you don't make a deadline.
You won't. And I'm not. Okay?
But what about the Queen's Garden Party?
My stepmother's had a chat with you.
She said that you won't go to England unless you finish your project.
And that's why you're so panicked, right?
Well, I mean, you could meet Prince Edward. I mean, he's worked in film. Who knows what could happen if you guys click?
Well, rubbing pinkies with royalty, that's Marion's dream, not mine.
But it could get you closer to your dream.
A garden party's not gonna make or break my dream. And I'm not gonna rush this documentary for anyone, not even if they do wear a crown on their head.
But what if, what if you meet him and everything goes well and...
This video will be finished in its own time. I really hope that you'll be there to the end.
I will, as long as you need me.
Oh, sweetie, what happened? Did you have a bad dream?
Yeah. Must have been those veggie burgers Becca made last night. What a dream.
Oh, honey, it's okay. It's all right. You're safe, all right?
What time is it? I gotta get up. I gotta take the kids to camp.
No, you don't. You're too late. I already took them.
Sweetie, why didn't you wake me up?
Well, because you were sleeping a little fitfully last night, so I made the executive decision to let you sleep in. Besides, you know, you look so cute. All drooling and snoring. And...
I don't snore. I'm a deep breather.
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah. Well, now that the kids are gone, you want to come back to bed for a little pillow time?
No can do. We're seeing Dr. Hayward this morning, remember?
Oh, right. I gotta get dressed.
Yeah.
Listen, how do you feel? Did you get sick this morning?
I feel fine. I did not get sick. I had 2 whole bowls of cereal for breakfast. Now, come on. This was your idea to go see Hayward, all right? He's got to give us the green light before we go ahead with the pregnancy, so we better hurry up.
But you remember our deal, right? I mean, you know, if he gives us any reservations, you're gonna keep an open mind, no matter what they are.
Yes, and you're going to do the same thing, right?
He's a good doctor, Dixie. I mean, whatever he says.
I know. Honey, I'm going to be fine. Come here. Feel that heart. It's a big, strong heart, okay? Now, whatever Dr. Hayward says and whatever I decide, I know in my heart that it's going to be okay. I just want you to believe that, too.
Why are you harassing me, David? I am completely innocent here.
Because where there's smoke, there's you, Mother. You told me that Steele had something very damaging on Erica that he was selling to the highest bidder. And then lo and behold, Reeves shows up at the press conference with those photographs.
Yes, he bought them because I couldn't.
You think I'm gonna buy that? You set this up.
David, why don't you just accuse me of everything?
Oh, why would I do that? Let's take a look at this, okay? You have access to my office and to my files. You've cozied up with both Reeves and with Steele. And you have orchestrated press ambushes against Erica on several occasions. And that's the short list.
Okay, David, if you want to be petty, why don't you blame yourself just a little?
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
Well, I came to you first, didn't I? I told you there was a danger to Erica. I begged you to give me the money that would have stopped this nipped it right in the bud, but you refused.
Benevolence isn't your style, Vanessa. You made saving your own hide an art form.
This is really getting tedious.
Sit down, Mother. I'm not through with you. I have a plan, and you are going to listen to every single word.
Dad, you ready? Hello, honey. Hi, we gotta get a move on. Wow, you're so jumpy.
I just can't get the nightmare off my mind.
Interesting fashion statement with that shirt. Bold, but not quite you.
What are you talking about? I'm ready.
The shirt could use a little work, and you need some shoes. Now listen, I called Dr. Hayward's office, and he's just squeezing us in between a couple of patients, so we can't be late. Also, Dr. Clater is sending the records over so David can look at the blood work and everything and, compare it with the rest of the stuff. Plus, we are meeting in exam room 4, and hello, the Mad Hatter is meeting us for tea. Dad?
Great.
Honey, you gotta wake up. We don't have much time.
I'm so frightened of losing you.
I don't want to bore you with this.
Bore me? Nothing about you could be remotely boring. If you want to talk about what you and Ryan talked about last night, then fire away. Sit.
Ryan showed up with his lip cut.
Why? What happened?
Mateo hit him.
Ouch.
And then Mateo fired him.
Let me guess. Matt found out about Ryan and Haley's kissing on the beach and went ballistic.
And it's my fault that he found out, so I feel horrible. I mean, this whole kissing Haley thing was just the final straw that broke the camel's back, and I honestly didn't think things could get any worse than this.
They did?
No, they actually got better. I mean, Ryan and I just spoke so openly, and the most amazing thing happened. He explained to me why he kissed Haley that night. And he was there on the beach, alone in that moment with Haley, looking at each other. And then they kissed. I mean, there was no affair. It was just two desperate people. And I can understand that.
Well, you're not the desperate type, though.
I was when I got involved with David. I was. So, I mean, he explained to me why he kissed Haley, and I explained to him why I got involved with David, and it was almost like I got naked with Ryan for the first time. It's like when you're with somebody like a lover or an ex-lover for the first time.
It's kind of a weird thing.
Yeah.
I mean, people will be married for years and they don't have the kind of closeness and communication that you guys apparently had last night.
I understand why he kissed Haley on the beach that night, and he understand what caused my affair with David. I mean, it doesn't take away from the fact that we really hurt each other, but I feel some hope, and that's something I haven't felt in a really long time. I wish that I had never gotten involved with David.
David Hayward, forget about David. Don't be so hard on yourself where he's concerned.
I could tell the difference between a diamond and a zirconium with my one hand tied behind my back. And I thought I knew men just as well, but I didn't with David. He was a fake and a liar.
David, I really don't have time to listen to any plan you might have hatched up to impress Erica. Palmer's going to be here any minute. I think it's a very good idea if you just ran along.
Well, since you were so concerned about Erica's welfare, I'm giving you an opportunity to participate.
I don't suppose I can make any objection to that, right?
No. So you listen carefully. You're going to call Steele, and you're going to arrange for a meeting here in your room.
And why on earth would he accept any such invitation?
Because you're going to offer him money.
Okay, I'll buy. Why?
He's to bring everything that he has on Erica. Photographs, tapes, diaries, letters, whatever. And in return, you will pay him off.
Sounds like I'm going to do all the work, dear.
I'm providing the money.
Well, then why don't you meet with Donald yourself? Grease his palm, get all the material, and be done with it.
Because you're the only one who knows what you stole from Erica's house and office.
I really wish you wouldn't use the word stole, dear.
I need you to account for everything you took from Erica and handed over to Steele. so there won't be any more threats on her.
And what if I don't feel like humoring you, dear?
Did you notice how angry Palmer was when he thought that I was responsible for those photographs showing up? Livid. All that rage. Now think what he might do if he finds out that you, his latest conquest, tried to inflict so much pain on his pet Erica.
Oh, David, you... Of course you would.
Mm-hmm. You can kiss Palmer and his money goodbye.
I don't know where Mr. Steele is.
Oh, well, you both travel in the same vicious circle. I'm sure you can track him down. My advice, do it soon.
Vanessa, I'm sorry I'm late.
Oh, no problem. It's quite a day for everyone.
One of you two has made a pact with the devil. I just can't figure out which one.
Bartender.
The clock is ticking, Mumsy.
I've ordered you another.
Thank you. I could use it.
What happened?
Nothing. I'm fine. Really.
This has something to do with David.
Well, really, Palmer, it isn't necessary to go into it.
What has this son of yours done to you?
This is making me hungry. I brought some apples. Do you want one?
What happened to the chocolate ice cream?
Well, this is much better for you. Hey, how long does it take to edit the interviews?
We're not back to that time crunch thing again, are we?
No. I just don't know a lot about editing, and I wanted to see how long it took.
Well, it's an art form. Many of the great directors, they insist on doing all of their own editing by themselves.
Really, instead of hobnobbing with the tea and crumpet set? Here.
Exactly. You know, if I do a good job at this, it'll tell a story that'll move the audience. But if I blow it, it's nothing more than a collection of interviews.
Got terrific material.
Well, then I want to do it justice. Now, these people have trusted us with pieces of their lives. Mm-hmm. It started off as, I don't know, a story about people's breakups with their lovers, but it's turned into something else. I wake up every day and I realize new things about this project, about myself.
And about love?
I guess.
You know, no matter how much people laugh through their stories, they're completely shattered when their relationships end.
Like Ryan and Jillian.
Yeah.
When they started off madly in love, and they still are, but somehow they just can't get it together.
No.
Now Ryan's beat up and Jillian's a mess.
Gosh, I want to believe that love conquers all. But all we keep hearing about is that love hurts.
Heartbreak Hotel.
I know. I guess it comes down to that same question. That, is love really worth it? You know, even though you know you're going to get your heart broken.
Thinking about Ryan and Jillian. I want this documentary to be realistic, but I don't want it to be a downer. Mm-hmm. You know, we should focus the passion, the chemistry between two people, that little special thing that makes them take the plunge, no matter what lies ahead.
Up until a few days ago, I didn't think it was possible to reach this point with Ryan.
Maybe you and Ryan have a future after all.
Well, that's partly due to you.
Due to me.
You're the only man who's ever encouraged me to talk about my feelings, and it feels good. And I don't think that I would have been able to come to this point with Ryan if it wasn't for that. It's okay, right, if I talk to you about this, isn't it?
Of course it's okay. Jillian, I care about you.
And I care about you, too. And I feel kind of weird to talk to you about this, but then again, I feel like it's the most natural thing in the world. I mean, I've kissed you like a lover, and I talk to you like a friend. And it's really very confusing.
Well, that's one word for it. Just know that you can always come to me if you want to talk to me about anything, okay?
Even if I just want to shoot hoops?
Especially if you want to shoot hoops.
You're the most understanding man on this planet.
Oh, Jillian, when are you going to stop throwing yourself at every doctor who comes along?
David, just leave us alone.
Word to the wise, Martin. She doesn't come cheap.
Unlike you, Dave, I don't have to pay for it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your make-out session.
Oh, we weren't making out, you imbecile.
Good word.
Thank you. You see, Jake here is my very good friend. But you see, you wouldn't understand that because you don't have something like that.
Hi, I'm sorry we're late.
No problem. But we should get started.
I'll catch you later, all right?
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, I just wanted to thank you for, waiting with me the other day.
Oh, no, I should thank you.
Honey?
Good luck.
Thanks. We'll keep our fingers crossed for each other. Okay?
Yes.
I am so sorry for David's rudeness.
Don't give it another thought. If anything, I should be apologizing for Opal's gross behavior at her trashy pink beauty parlor.
Well, there, I just consider the source. Anyway, that's all forgotten.
No.
As for David.
It's unconscionable, really. It is the way he acts with you. As far as his behavior with Erica, I would bet Cortland Electronic shares that he is responsible for those photographs showing up at the press
Oh,
conference.
no, Palmer. I'm sure that David had nothing to do with that.
Don't defend him. You don't have to. You really don't. I don't care how renowned a doctor he is. The man needs to learn a lesson.
Well, you're wonderful to constantly defend me, but actually, where David's concerned, I really don't think it's necessary, Palmer.
A couple of well-placed phone calls, an ugly rumor or two, and the hospital board would vaporize his contract. But he'd be out of a job. He'd be begging for a job. He'd be out at Pine Valley, and you could get on with your life.
Honestly, listen, dear, it is so dear of you to be concerned about my welfare, but and as much as David tries my patience, I really could never do anything to affect my son professionally.
Well, I can see that you have the same maternal instincts that makes Erica such a fine mother. Of course, she's one of the lucky ones because her child returns the love.
Yes.
Of course, Erica is an amazing woman. Her media savvy. The way she handled that press conference, that could have been a catastrophe, but God bless her, it was a triumph.
Oh, Erica the star, as ever. Is there anything that woman can't do?
That's right. Hate to leave you alone in a bar, but the Hong Kong chip makers are on their own schedule, and of course, I'm at the mercy of them.
Please don't rush on my account.
I'll be back as soon as possible.
What a mess. Damn it.
So, what do you think about Dr. Clare's report?
Well, I've read it, but I can't give an evaluation until I've looked at you myself. So why don't you step into the exam room, change, and I'll be right with you.
Okay.
You know your opinion means a lot to her, right?
I'll give her my best advice.
If it's not safe to go through this pregnancy, I want
I'll
you
be
to
honest with her. I'm always truthful with my patients.
Look, Hayward, what I'm trying to tell you is she's going to grab onto any piece of hope, no matter how small, and consider it a reason to go forward. She's already convinced she's due a happy ending with a big pink bow on it.
And obviously you're not.
Just don't give her a false sense of hope.
Dixie's welfare is my primary concern. Everything else, including your opinion of me, is secondary. If you'll excuse me.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
What are you doing? Stopping by for moral support?
figured you needed it. I still think Dixie seeing David is a
Yeah, I
bad
know.
idea.
He's a jerk. I know exactly what you mean. I can't stand him either. But, she trusted him with her treatment the first time, so that's why we're here.
You hope David's gonna scare her out of this pregnancy, don't you?
Can you blame me? Jake, I just got her back. Now she's in there making some decision that, well, it could cost her her life. Our life together.
Almost all the information you've you've brought up to her about this condition is
Doesn't mean
bad.
anything. It's ridiculous. You know, it's like facts and statistics don't mean a thing to her. She sees the glass half full when it's damn near empty. You know, I see a pregnancy that scares me to death. She sees a baby that she's already in love with. You know, God knows I don't want to deny her any happiness. I would love nothing more than to have a baby with her, but not under these circumstances. I'm selfish, I admit it. You know, I want Dixie more than anything, and something threatens her, then I fight it.
No matter what her decision is. I mean, you promised to support her. I don't know. You think David will change her mind?
Well, like I said, he saved her life once. I hope she trusts him.
How have you been feeling?
The usual, a little dizzy sometimes, nauseous.
Palpitations.
No.
That's a good sign. Take a deep breath. Dixie, if I'm going to have an accurate test, I'm going to need you to relax.
Well, that's about as relaxed as I'm gonna get.
I understand that this is a very difficult situation for you. But we have been through worse together.
You don't have any idea of what I'm going through. I mean, you toy with people and you don't have any respect for anybody's deeper emotions. It certainly seems that way. How can you expect me to believe that you care about me?
But I do care.
Look, you helped me out when I had pericarditis, all right? I'll give you that. But I don't feel like I was a life saved to you. I feel like I was just like 2 more notches on your stethoscope.
You once thought well of me. I'm sorry that that's no longer the case.
Well, half the world thinks that you're a renowned cardiologist. I mean, isn't that enough for you? I mean, after what you did to Liza and Adam, and not to mention the Martins, you can't expect me to feel the same way.
But you do trust me as a physician to care for you.
I'm here because of Tad, to be honest with you, and because Joe thinks that it's a good idea.
At least I come well recommended. I'll make a promise to you, all right? I will be absolutely honest with you about your pregnancy and your heart. If you decide to go forward with it, I'll be with you.
And my child.
And your child, every step of the way.
2 more notches for you.
2 more lives. You're an extraordinary woman and mother, Dixie. I watched you face death with grace and courage. It would be a privilege for me to help you bring this child into the world, if it is safe for both of you.
You always sweet talk your difficult patients into getting them to relax.
Take a deep breath.
So, someone from my office will be picking up the mail while I'm away, and I'd like you to handle that as efficiently as possible. And please, I don't want to lose any packages. Of course. Thank you.
Excuse me. I need to leave a message for Mr. Steele. It's urgent.
Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Steele's already checked out.
Really? Would he have by any chance left a forwarding number or address or... Writers. Well, about Mr. Cortland, when will he be checking out?
Sorry, ma'am. I'm not authorized to give out that information.
Of course.
Torn by the truth.
You know who hit Jessica Buchanan, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Who was it, Dorian?
It was me.
But bound by the law.
I should turn you in.
But you can't.
Will justice prevail?
You think that Lindsay is innocent?
She didn't do it. Who did? One Life to Live, your great summer escape, ABC Daytime.
You're back so soon.
Well, I had the incentive to make it a quick call because I thought perhaps you had abandoned me.
Oh, not on your life. No, it was just a quick powder of the nose, a little fresh air. It has been one long morning.
Well, you look charming as ever, but I can tell you're still a little bit upset. Between my ex-wife and your son, you had one hell of a time, haven't you?
Well, actually, yes, but I've thought of a way to lift my spirits. However, I can't do it without you.
All ears.
Well, how about a very cozy little midsummer night's dinner someplace very private and exclusive, say early next week?
Sounds charming. I'm sorry, I have to take a rain check.
Oh, sure, you can ditch out of business one evening.
Oh, no, it's nothing like that. It's going to be out of town.
Not bad news, I hope.
No, nothing like that. No, not. I've been invited for several weeks to cruise the Mediterranean aboard the yacht belonging to Baron von Neustadt, and I must say I'm looking forward to it after the madness I've been through here. You know, your charming company is the exception, of course.
Of course. That sounds like a wonderful trip. You know, although I have heard that they're having a rather unseasonably chilly time of it down there, but I'm sure you'll have a grand trip.
Yeah, I don't like leaving you in such low spirits.
Oh, nonsense. Come on, I'm a big girl. I'm just going to switch to plan B.
There is a plan B?
Well, you see, as a matter of fact, a friend of mine, Don Elavio de la Fuente, is holding a polo match in his estancia in Argentina. He's asked me to play hostess. I was going to refuse, but then, you know, well, as of now, why not? You know, I love those colorful gauchos, those balmy polo afternoons, and the pariadelas all night long. Besides, I love the tango. I love the tango. Do you like the tango? You know what? I think it's just the thing that's going to lift me out of my doldrums.
That's it. You're a genius.
Oh, it must be all those apples I eat.
We showed that love can survive despite the odds. I mean, the interviews prove how hard it is to keep love alive. But the final segment will show that it's possible.
Do you always get this passionate about your projects?
Now, my first film was about a colony of ants that would herd aphids like cattle.
I'm sure it was the most anticipated documentary of the year.
Hey, now I got offered a job thanks to that flick. But you know what? This is different. It's not like trying to get an A in class or getting accepted into grad school. I want people to relate on an emotional level. I want them to see something of themselves.
Yeah. Well, what about the love conquers all, the end, the final part?
That's easy. Ted and Dixie, they're perfect. I mean, their relationship has survived everything except for Armageddon. And they're still happy.
Oh.
Scars and all.
And they're about to be happier. Dixie's gonna have a baby.
I didn't even know she was pregnant.
Yeah, I don't think it's a secret. I mean, she told me she was about to burst with happiness.
That's great.
For your documentary? Or for them?
Ted?
What do you say?
Nothing. The man is a sphinx.
It's okay. It's okay. We'll get the news together. Okay, so what's the verdict?
Blood work normal, EKG normal, blood pressure absolutely fine. You're a perfectly healthy woman, Mrs. Martin.
What? What are you talking? You mean in relation to everything she's been through, don't you?
There's no residual damage from the pericarditis. Nothing to indicate that her heart couldn't stand the strain of a pregnancy.
Perfectly healthy. You mean that I can go ahead with this pregnancy?
Yes.
Come here. What are you talking about? She's got one kidney. She nearly died not too long ago. Everything about this screams high-risk pregnancy.
Yes, you're right. It is. But we'll make sure
What do you mean, but? There is no but. How can you possibly suggest she's up to something like this?
We'll routinely monitor Dixie's heart and kidney function. With the facilities that we have here at this hospital, there's every indication that she can go forward with this pregnancy. Congratulations. Now, my first order to you is to keep the stress level low. That's the best advice I can give to you and this baby at this time.
Consider it done, really. Thank you.
How's she holding up?
As well as any other mother-to-be.
What?
There's no reason why Dixie can't carry this child to term. Everything in this file supports that.
Hayward, are you nuts? Given her medical history, it's completely irresponsible for you to even encourage this pregnancy.
With me as her doctor, she'll pull through just fine.
With you as her doctor, this isn't about you. Your arrogance is hardly a reason for you to make a decision that could cost this woman her life.
I'm not about to jeopardize the life of a patient to satisfy my ego.
Well, you know what? That's exactly what you're doing here, isn't it, though? No, I'm going to demand they get a second opinion, all right?
You go ahead. You do that, Jake.
All right.
You're only going to be creating stress for Dixie where it's not needed. Getting Tad and Dixie all worked up about the possible dangers of this pregnancy isn't going to help anyone. And you want to be part of the solution, not the problem, right, Uncle Jake?
I can't uphold this decision. It's absolutely ridiculous. No rational doctor would, and you know it.
Oh, you know you have way too much time on your hands, Martin. You're only a part-time dad, and you obviously struck out with Jillian. What did she just call you? My good friend? Ooh, gee. That puts you right between fuzzy slippers and a cup of hot cocoa on the passion scale, doesn't it?
That's funny. Did you think that one up last night, Dave?
When you're not pulling splinters from fingers, you might want to try skydiving.
Can you believe this, Tad? I mean, in 7 months, our family will be complete. We'll have a beautiful baby holding all of our hopes and dreams and 10 perfect little fingers and 10 little toes. And I swear to you, I promise you, she's going to be the healthiest baby because I'm going to take such good care of myself and you'll take good care of me because you always do. It'll be the happiest time of our lives, Dad. Honey? What is it? What? Do you want David to say no?
Stay tuned for scenes from the next All My Children.
On the next All My Children.
And just what do you think you're doing?
I'm not just fighting for your life. I'm fighting for our life together.
I need another loan. I'm buying out my partner.
What happened between us, I don't think it was totally wrong.
Tomorrow on Good Morning America, a burial at sea. More on the memorial services for John Kennedy Jr., Carolyn Bessette Kennedy, and Lauren Bessette. Plus, Sarah McLachlan sings a touching tribute. That's tomorrow on Good Morning America. Find out how you can escape to Super Soap Weekend by visiting abc.com, part of the Go Network.